Okay. Uh, Good evening, all. Good evening, everyone. I'm JC Rahul. I'm a Python full stack web developer having 4 years of experience, and I have been associated with the MJIT from the past. Yeah, I have done. Hello. Yes, yes. So, good evening, students. I'm JC Rahul. I'm a Python full stack web developer trainer having 4 years of experience, and 2 years I have been associated with the MJIT. So far, I have trained many batches on the Python full stack web developer. So, for the today workshop, we will see what is the workshop and what is the agenda of this workshop. So, today we are going to create a website on Python using the Django framework. So, first of all, we have to install the Python, pip, and Django. So, if these three are in our laptop, so then we can move forward. So, first of all, we will see how to start creating an app and project so that we could move on to create the website. So first of all, I would just open the command prompt and I will start creating a project and app in the Django. Yeah. So the first command will be Django hyphen admin start. Sorry. Just a moment. So first of all, I will execute the commands. Admin start project, and I would give the project name as something like registration. Project as registration. Okay, then I will hit on enter. So what it will do, it will create an project called registration by the Django. So it will take a few seconds to create the project. Yeah, it had created. So now we'll move on to that file, registration, and then we have to create an app so that everything we code in the Django will be in the app itself, not in the project. So project will hold the app, and we have to remember one more thing. We should create only one project, but we can create multiple apps in the Django. So I will create the app py app. So I would give the app name as detail. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll just open it in the code editor. So you can use any code editor. So I have executed the code editor. So now it will open. Just a few seconds. Yeah, it's opening. See here, the first one is the registration. This is the project. So these are the basic files which are created by the Django. So first is init, ASGI, settings, URL, and WSGI. These are the files which are important in the project. So the main important files are settings file and urls.py. So in the settings file, we are going to now add our app so that we could run our project and app smoothly. Yeah, so you can see here, after creating the app and project, we have to register our app in the project. So my app name is detail. Now I'll click on control save. So this is the first thing and mandatory to do. First of all, we have to register our app, and then now Django follows an architecture called as MVT, and that MVT stands for model view template. So anything you code in Django will be coded in the MVT itself. So I will explain what are the files in the app. So first one would be the migrations. When we make a migration, we can see that migration C itself, migration file, and the second is also init file. The third one, admin. Fourth is the apps, and fifth one is the models. Sixth is the test, and seventh one is the views. So here, as I said, the Django follows the MVT architecture, and we have to do the code in the models and views. So I will explain what are models. So model will maintain our data, and also it is an base for every Django application. So I will create in this way called regist register, and we should do models dot and then, so first of all, we require some of the fields so that it could be saved, and this model will maintain our data. For example, we are registering, we have completed our 10th standard or 12th standard, and we have got an application for a higher standard. So in that case, we need a model like, if the student has completed his 10th standard and if he wants to go to the higher standard like intermediate or 10 plus, so the website would take the current year details and also the previous semester details, previous class details. So in this way, we are going to build a model. Not only we can build a model in this way, we can also build a model for an online grocery store or e-commerce, or also photo gallery, also photo album, and many more. So we can build a model in a wide variety of range. So I would start. So this agenda, I mean, this workshop is about the registration process. So first of all, for the registration process, we will do one thing. We'll have to build our model. So we'll start creating with the student. Student equals to models dot character field, and we have to specify what is the maximum length equals to. So any student name would be not more than 25 characters. So I would give 25, and then we'll move on to the next one. And I would take the second one would be his grade models dot character field of max length equals to I would give 10. So maximum the grades won't be crossing the maximum length of 10. So I would give 10, and this third field I would give will be the marks scored by him, or you can say the GPA. So mostly GPA will be used. So I will create models dot character field of max length equals to 10, and currently we have created three fields to take the student name, grade, and GPA, and also we need to take the school he has already studied. So for that we have to again create a field called school equals to models dot character field of max length. So I would give a 50. Now we have completed four fields: student, grade, GPA, and the school. Now we are going to give another few more fields, and these are the higher standard fields. Now we have given the student details, and now we are asking the students which course you want to take. So for that reason I would give the course models dot character field of max underscore length equals to 25. Okay, yeah, we have created our model, and now we have to write two more steps, so that I will explain why I'm creating a function inside a class when I enter into the admin.py file. So return self dot student. Yeah, now we have created our model, and the next important thing is we have to register our model in the admin file. So this is the admin file. Here we are going to register our model, so that it could be registered in the admin side. So I will later on explain what is the admin side. So first we will just register our model. Register admin dot site dot register, and we have to put the model name as register inside this. Now yeah, we have register our model. So the next step in the Django is, after creating the model, we have to move on to create views. So what is the importance of the views is, is a business logic where we are going to write the logic for our project and also app. Here only we are going to give the conditions, loopings, and also we are going to create many more functions so that our Django app moves very smoothly. So first of all, I would do one thing. I would import my model import register. Yeah, so we have done here. So now the next step is, we have to create a function in the views so that we could view the details in the home page. So here I would just do one thing. I would create a function of show uh, request, and then I would say db equals to register dot objects dot all. So this is Django ORM, object relationship mapping. Here I'm using objects.all so that I could retrieve all the details from the database without using any SQL queries. So we have a facility provided by the Django. So if you don't want to use the SQL commands, we can go with the Django ORM. Now I would return render request home dot html comma, we have to create a dictionary. Yeah, we have done this. So now we have created our models and we have created our views. Now we have to create a templates. So for that I'm going to create a folder, templates. Here I'm going to create two files. The first file would be home.html, and then I would create another page called register. Register. Yeah. So here in the home, we have to build a basic HTML page in this manner. That is HTML. So every HTML will have two things, head and body. Yeah. So head means where we are going to have our title, and also we can have our style and So I will give title as uh, L LCON, welcome students. So okay, and then in the body I would do few more things. So in order to see the details from the database, I have to retrieve the details. So for I have done retrieving using the objects.all. So what it does, it will retrieve the details from the database and it will put the details into this template. So we have created home.html. Now we are going to create a loop so that we could see the details in the show. So for I in, so for I in, I have created db. Now I would create a para so that we could retrieve the details and show the details on the page. So the first detail was student, and we'll close the para, and I'll just copy this to make faster. So control V, control V, control V, control V. So far we have created 1 2 3 4 5 fields. So the next one is grade, grade, and the next one is GPA, and the next one is school and course. School and course, yeah. So we have now created our home.html. So now we will do the most crucial and important thing in the Django, that is we have created a model. Now we have to migrate our model so that we could store the details of the user who enters his details. So for that we have to follow three commands. So that is python manage.py make migration. So this command would actually migrate our model, that was registration. So it will take a few seconds to migrate. Yeah, it had created migration successfully. Hope you can see in this last line, created model register. And now we have to follow one more thing, is py, that is migrate, so that we could migrate our model and also the default provided by the Django. So I would hit enter and migrate. Yeah, we have migrated our model and also the default things in the Django, and we'll do the third and the final step, that is to create a super user. super user. So why we are creating a super user is that every company will have a CEO or CMD or higher authority. So these super user details will be in their hands. So that means if they want to add anything or delete anything, or they want to modify anything in the app or anywhere, they can do that. So it will be vested in only one person. So first of all, I would create a super user and I will explain what is the use of the super user, and I will hit enter. And the username would be Rahul itself, and I would just give uh, WQERTY at the rate of. So we can give any email, that is not mandatory, but when we have created a complete project, so when we are ready with the deployment, we have to use the original details in the supervision. So it is an sample project, so I'm giving a dummy email and the password is, yeah, now I have created the password successfully. So now we'll see what we have done so far. Yeah, if we see this, it shows that we don't have any errors in the project. So we'll copy this link and we'll open a web browser. I will just maximize this browser. I will just paste the details, press enter. Now we can see the Django installed was successful. Congratulations. So now we have to do one more thing, that is URLs. So we have seen most of the companies have their own URLs created by them. So in the same way, we'll create a URL. So for that, we have to go into the urls.py page and we have to import from the views. So from detail dot views import register. I think sorry, it is show, not register. Show, and I will create a URL here, path and control save. Now when I hit refresh, you can see two URLs. So the first one is show, so if I hit enter, it shows nothing because we don't have anything in the URL. So for that, what we have to do, we have to open a new page and now we have to enter the admin file. So previously we have created a super user. So with that details only we can log in into that Django administration site where everything is being controlled here. So I would just give the username and the password which I have earlier created. See here, this is the admin site. You can see how many users have been so far created. There is only one user we have created, that is Rahul, and his email address. And here I will explain what is the power of a super user inside an administration panel. So here, see the permission sets. So that means if you want to give the permissions to an user, you can give the permissions. Like if they want to add anything, they want to delete anything, or they can only want to use the details, you can give the permissions here. And also you can deactivate. And the one more important thing is you can also give some of the most important permissions to the users, or also you can deactivate some of the permissions of the users from here itself. So see here we have too lot of permissions, like uh, can add log entry, can change log entry, can delete log entry, can view log entry, can add a group. So in order to add a group, he can add a group by giving this permission, and also can change group, can delete the group, can view group, and many more permissions here. And now we'll move on to the registers. This was the model which we have created. So now example, I would give the student name as Ramu, and he belongs to, previously he was in the 10th class, so 10th grade, and his GPA was 9.5, and the school which he was belongs to is uh, government BLIC public HOOL. So this what the details of him, and what is the course he want to take in the further. So he wants to go for like MPC or BIPC in the internet standard. So I would just simply enter MPC here, and I will save and add another person. So successfully I have saved here, and the second person is RANI Rani, and her grade is also 10th standard, because only this registration page is created for the students who have completed the 10th standard, not the ninth or 8th. And the third one is she got a GPA of 9.8, and the school would be of I would enter some Nagpur government school. And then, but she wants to go for BIPC as if she wants to become a doctor. So I have entered the two details and I have saved here. So I told that I would explain one of the few things here in the models, why I have created a function here. See, if I remove this function and just click on save, and when I enter into the admin file, if I click on refresh, you understand previously there were names here. Now you can see there are register object 1, register object 2. So what if we are having 100 or 200 objects here, it would show register object 100, register object 99. So it is very difficult for a principal or a chairperson to understand. So what we are going to do, we are going to just replace this thing and control save. And now what we will see, we'll see the persons who have been registered to take the courses. So now we have created and we have stored our details. So what if we want to show the details into the uh, home.h sorry show.html. So for that we have to move here, just click on refresh. Sorry, I forgot one thing. And for now again, if we move on to here, and to add a div tag. The server has stopped. So see here, in order to visit the admin site, we can create a template to show the details. So it shows Ramu 10 9.5 government public school and MPC, and the Rani 10 9.8 Nagpur by PC. So okay, this looks like the details, but we don't understand. So for that, what we have to do, we have to manage something here. So first one, that is, so we have to give name, and second one, that is grade, and third one, that is GPA scored by the student, and the next one is school, and the last one, that is the course which she or he wants to take. So for that, we'll do course and control save. Now we have saved this. If you move back here, you could see, if you refresh, now it looks something meaningful, that we have created something called name, Ramu, grade 10, and GP of 9.5 is got, and school, sorry, yeah, school, that is government public school, and the course he wants to take is MPC, and the second girl is Rani, grade 10, GPA 9.8, school Nagpur, and course by PC. Okay, now we have created one thing, but every student don't have the permission to enter it into the admin file. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to create a registration page so that they could enter the details from the website, not from the admin site. So for that, we have to create something called as forms. So I would create a file here, forms.py, and here I would just import the forms, and then I will import the model from dot model import register. Now I would create a class same as the models. So the class would be info, that is information. So we would create forms dot model form. So we want to create a form would resemble with our model. So now class meta model is register, and what are the fields we require? We require all the fields. All. So I will do just to control S. So we have created forms, but we have to create a business logic. So for that, define, I would say register, and then request. So we have to import the form from dot forms import info. So here we are going to use the form to create a registration form. So info request dot post or none. So we have to write the business logic. So the business logic would be for the registration page is if request dot method equals to post, then we have to validate the form. If form dot, if the form is valid, then we can save the form dot save. So this is the business logic, that is if the user is requesting the method post means posting the details of the user from the HTML page to the database. So we are doing if request dot method equals to post, if form dot is valid, if the form is valid, then only the form should be saved. So we just return render request, that is register, register dot html, sorry, that is success dot html, comma, same thing we have to keep in the dictionary format, form. So if this is not done, we have to go for one more thing, that is create else condition. Else form equals to info request dot post or none, and then the same thing, return render request register dot html, and then the same thing, dictionary. So I will explain the views of register. So we are defining a function register, and then we are importing the form from the forms. So form equals to info. So info was the class name which we have given in the forms, and then we are using the method, that is request dot post or none. If request dot method equals to post, then the form should be valid. So if form is valid, and then if the form is validated, then we have to do one thing, that is we have to save the form and we have to render request, that is successful. That means you have registered your details successfully, or else what it will do, it would return you again to the registration page in order to create the details so that it could be saved in the database. HTML. So first of all, I will go into the page and I will create so here I would use a form method equals to post, and then I would create a CSRF token. This token is very important while we are creating any project or any application in the Django. So the use of CSRF is to provide security for our data. Form dot as para, and also we require something called button. I would give the button name as CMIT, submit, and click on save. So now we'll enter and we'll show a success HTML that would be your details have been successfully saved in our database. Okay, this is a message which we have to show to the details, and we have created the registration page. Click on here. If I click on the URLs file, we import that also. So that is register, yes, register, and then comma, sorry, it's register, and then register. I will remove this comma and control save. Register and enter. See, we have created the fields using the model. So from here we are going to enter the details in order it would be saved into the database. So example, I would give the name as Anil, and he's also the 10th grade student, and his GPA would be 9.7, and he's from Nagpur Government School, and he wants to go for the MPC, and click on submit. So see here, after clicking the submit, it would show your details have been successfully saved in our database. So let's see, his details are saved here. Click on, see here, the Anil details was saved in the database. Okay, so far we have done the MVT, but look at the websites. So these websites just looks too odd. So for that we have to give some makeover to this website. So what we'll do just one thing, that is we'll create a CSS to these files. So I would do just one thing, that is style. So remember one thing, we can create style in 3 different ways. The first one would be inline, the second one would be internal, and the third one is external. So now we are performing the internal style. So here I would create internal style, that would be dot top nav. So I would give the background color as so I will explain each and every line. Yeah. So before that, we have to do one more thing, that is create another div and a href reference would be home. So I will just give this one, and then I would say it as home. So let's see, have we changed anything in the home HTML? If I click on here, just I will do minimize this. Sorry. Home. Click on register. See here, we have created home. So in this way, we will create some more things. Control C, and then I would see, I will edit this name of home. QRSES, courses which we are offering. Courses, and then third one would be about our library, so that the students have access to this library. I would just give library, library. And the fourth one would be obviously about us. So now we click on Control Save. We'll see how that it looks like. So click on refresh. Okay. So we'll just remove above. as space as. Okay, so now we will make styling to this style. So we would add a class. So in order to apply the style equals to top nav. So we are creating a navigation bar. So click on Control Save. So now we'll do one thing, creating the styles. First one, top nav. Okay, so the background color for the top nav would be uh, background color. So I would go with what we'll call sky blue color. Yeah, sky blue. So if we click on enter, we'll see we have applied the sky blue color. Okay, so we will see how to make a website look beautiful so that any user who enters into our site should have a good experience on this website. So then what we'll do, we'll just create overflow, that would be HIDD. Okay, so we have created that, and the second one is we have to create a navigation, top nav space a. So it should, so the icons should float on the left side. So what we'll do, we create the float on left. Okay, and the color should be black. Color should be mm, black, and also the text alignment should be in the center itself. Okay, so that we could see. And also the padding is most important. I would give 14 pixels and 16 pixels. So you have to give the padding in the form of pixels, and then you have to give two more things, text decoration. So the text decoration I would give none itself. And the another important thing is the font size, font underscore size. Font size would be I would say 37 pixel. So we can give anyway. So let's see how our top navigation bar will look like. Click on refresh. See here how beautiful it looks like. So we have home, library, sorry, courses offered by the college and library, and about us. So also we can make changes into this registration page also. So for that we will do one thing, that is we would create something, that is the next one will be dot top nav space a hover. Okay, so the background color would be I would take tomato red, and color would I would take as Mm, okay, let's take transparent. So let's see what if when I move the cursor on this side. So here it won't show any results. If I click on register, it would show, sorry, that it is dominating. I will give it as a change the color. Okay, let's see now how it looks like. Okay, but we couldn't see the details because we have done it in the transparent. So black, so the text color would be black in black color, and we would make it in the transparent, the background color. Transparent. So if I click on now, refresh. Okay, so now you can see, but you're not able to see the transparent colors. So again we'll go on to here and we would change it to some different color. mm, okay, I would go with the wheat color. Control save, and now we can see here the details. See here, if I place the cursor on the home, it would show, it would change the color of the home. Now if I move the cursor on the courses, it would change the color of the courses. If I change on library, and also if I change on about us. So we have to add some more thing called as register. So what I do is I would add a ref, and it would be regist register. I would say it as also register or sign in, register or sign in, but I want to make this at the left right side. Style equals to float. It should float to uh, right. Click on save. See here, we have this. So also we can create this as a button. So I would just remove the sign in to make it in this way. And also if I want to make it as a button, I would just do button, and it would be register, register. See, refresh. Okay, so it looks okay, but the button is too small, so we can also modify that button uh, to look bigger. So I will just do one thing, I will just remove this button also and click on save and click on register. So here, so it will not move to any other page because we don't have the address. So in this way we can create a website in the Django. So I will again once again explain the whole things which we have created from starting. So first what we have did, we have created an app, sorry, the project, that the commands are Django admin hyphen admin. Yeah, see here. So we have created the project, that is Django hyphen admin hyphen the project name, and the Python Django space the app name. And then the next thing we have did is we have created a model. Sorry, we have registered our app in the settings.py file here. And then the next thing is the most important. So you can see in the models.py we have only have 7 lines of code, so not more than that. And also in the views.py we have created two functions to show the details, and also to take the details and to store the details into the database. So see here how simple I have created a very basic registration page. So you can create a registration page for your movie bookings, and also you can create a registration page for your online booking classes, and also you can create a registration page for any other thing which you want to use. And also you can create a registration page in any other manner. And not only that, you can also create an e-commerce website in the Django. That is, you can take example of Amazon, eBay, or Flipkart, or you can create a photo sharing app like your Instagram, and you can also have a video sharing or video player app like your YouTube. So there is no such small thing that you can create only small applications in the Django. You can create a wide variety of applications in the Django, so that it would help you to cope up with these companies, and you will be a better Python developer, Python developed programmer in this world. So I hope you have all enjoyed this section. So thank you and have a nice day.